The Galactic Dominion had conquered countless planets, each one falling to their superior technology and devastating weaponry. Their fleets stretched across the stars, unchallenged, undefeated. When they reached Earth, they expected yet another easy victory. Humanity was still using projectile-based weapons, crude gunpowder, and missiles. Compared to the Dominion's plasma lances and energy shields, humans seemed laughably primitive. Admiral Selthar of the Dominion fleet looked at the images of human weapons with amused contempt. They still use ballistic weapons, he scoffed, his mandibles clicking in amusement. This will not even be a battle, it will be an extermination. The Dominion forces landed on Earth in massive dropships, deploying thousands of elite soldiers. Their energy shields shimmered, and their plasma rifles hummed with deadly power. The first wave of attack targeted major human cities. They expected surrender. Instead, they got resistance. The first shots came from a distant ridge where human snipers had positioned themselves. The Dominion forces barely noticed until their soldiers started dropping. The enemy's weapons punched through their shields with terrifying ease. A single round from a human rifle could shatter the protective barriers that Dominion warriors relied upon. A squad of Dominion soldiers took cover behind a fallen transport, expecting their shields to recharge. But the bullets didn't stop. The projectiles tore through metal and flesh alike. The humans were not just shooting, they were adapting, adjusting their aim, and coordinating their attacks with ruthless efficiency. Selthar, watching from orbit, was confused. "How are their weapons piercing our shields?" he demanded. His science officer, Vexor, analyzed the data. "Sir, human weapons deliver kinetic energy instead of directed energy. Our shields were designed to counter plasma-based attacks, not physical projectiles." Selthar's mandibles clenched. "You mean to tell me that their weapons are effective precisely because they are primitive?" "Yes, Admiral," Vexor confirmed. "Their bullets are small, fast-moving projectiles of metal. Our shields cannot dissipate their force like they do with plasma." The battle turned into a slaughter, but not for humanity. Dominion forces, so used to technological superiority, found themselves at a deadly disadvantage. Their energy weapons were powerful, but required time to recharge. Their shields were near useless against the relentless human gunfire. Their bulky armor, designed to resist heat and radiation, did little against high-velocity rounds. And then the tanks arrived. Humanity's armored divisions rolled in, cannons booming. Dominion hovercraft, built for aerial superiority, had no defense against explosive shells designed to obliterate bunkers. Dominion soldiers tried to retreat, only to be met with attack helicopters raining down fire and missiles. Unlike plasma weapons, which could be deflected or absorbed, the kinetic rounds exploded on impact, shredding through Dominion ranks. The final blow came from an unexpected source: artillery. Humanity had long mastered the art of long-range bombardment, a concept the Dominion had abandoned centuries ago. Explosive shells rained down from beyond the horizon, turning Dominion encampments into firestorms. They had never faced an enemy that could strike them from so far away with such devastating force. Selthar's fleet, still in orbit, attempted to retaliate. They fired energy beams at human bases, only to be met with a counterattack of nuclear-tipped missiles. These primitive weapons, designed for war on an apocalyptic scale, moved too fast for Dominion defenses to intercept. One by one, their ships erupted in fire, their advanced shields failing against the sheer destructive power of nuclear fission. In a desperate bid to salvage the invasion, Selthar ordered a full retreat, but it was too late. Humanity was relentless. They did not just push the invaders back, they hunted them. Every Dominion soldier who set foot on Earth was eliminated. Every ship that tried to flee was targeted. The few Dominion survivors who managed to escape spread warnings across the galaxy. They spoke of the human warriors, of their ruthless efficiency, and their terrifying ability to adapt. The legend of Earth's defenders spread like wildfire, turning what was once considered a backwater planet into a feared stronghold. Selthar, wounded and humiliated, sat in his damaged flagship, staring at the screen as Earth's forces prepared their final strike. His arrogance had been his downfall. The so-called primitive species had proven to be the deadliest opponent the Dominion had ever faced. As the last nuclear missile closed in on his ship, Selthar muttered his final words in disbelief. Impossible? The explosion lit up the sky, marking the day humanity taught the galaxy a lesson. Never underestimate Earth's warriors. But humanity was not content with defense. They reverse-engineered captured Dominion technology, blending it with their own ruthless efficiency. Warships armed with railguns, fusion warheads, and kinetic impactors capable of obliterating entire fleets were built in secret. The next time an alien fleet entered the solar system, it was Earth that invaded them first. Earth's forces, no longer confined to their homeworld, launched devastating counterattacks. Human fleets, built for sheer destruction, tore through Dominion-controlled space, retaking occupied planets one by one. The Dominion, which had ruled unchallenged for centuries, found itself on the defensive against an enemy that fought with an unmatched ferocity. Worlds that had once been subjugated by the Dominion saw humanity's wrath firsthand. Instead of conquest, Earth's forces freed the enslaved species, rallying them against their former oppressors. What started as a desperate defense turned into an all-out war for survival, and humanity was winning. The turning point came when human forces reached the Dominion homeworld. The once mighty empire, feared across the stars, stood powerless before Earth's might. Zelthar's successor, Supreme Overlord Krintal, watched in horror as human warships surrounded their capital. Railguns and missile silos aimed directly at their grand palaces. A single message was transmitted to the Dominion High Council: surrender or be erased. The Dominion, knowing they had no hope of victory, capitulated. The war was over and humanity stood triumphant. No longer the underdogs, no longer the prey. Earth had become the apex predator of the galaxy. In the years that followed, humanity established a new order. The Galactic Dominion was dismantled, its former territories absorbed into a new alliance, one led by the species that had once been underestimated. Earth's warriors, once seen as primitive, were now the rulers of the stars. And so the legend of humanity spread. They were no longer the ones facing extermination. They were the force that even the mightiest empires feared. A lesson had been learned, written in blood and fire across the cosmos. Never underestimate Earth's warriors.